And now here's the starter for Atlanta, Chris Sale.
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Just about to get started, Nick Kurtz digs in now.
Number 16, Nick Kurtz.
And with that, we're underway in Atlanta.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Here's a 1-1. And that is out of play. Got him. One out in the top of the first.
Batting second, catcher, Shea Langoliers.
And time now to check out the A's lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Just getting started here at Truist Park outside Atlanta. Nice grab. Nicely done for the out.
Batting third, left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom.
2 outs, base is empty. Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's.
Let's go, Chris. Hey!
The 0-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
2 down, nobody on, and it's even up. Got him swinging. And now the Braves, with their first chance to hit, were scoreless. Major League Baseball is on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And pitching in this one for the A's, Luis Severino.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Ronald Acuna Jr. leading things off and takes a strike. That one inside, look out. The 1-1 is fouled off. One and 2 now on Acuna. That one missed.
That's the ball.
Line drive, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first and hustling for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here's Matt Olson. Runner at second, nobody out.
No, that's out.
Two and 0 to count. Here it comes. Acuna at second with nobody out. That one lifted to left. Soderstrom under it. One away. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boog. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
So now with one away and a man at second. Next is the designated hitter, Jurickson Profar. Fastball for a strike. Severino checks the runner.
Hey!
Acuna dives back in. Runner at second here, one gone. Way inside. The 1-1. Profar gets a piece there.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Man at second. Off the mark there. 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Just
Ball, that's
missed.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
And ball
Ball
four.
four. Runner,
aboard.
take your base.
Batting fourth, catcher Drake Baldwin.
First and second, one out. Drake Baldwin. Next up for the Braves.
That's the ball down.
Two on, one out. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
To first, maybe a 2-ball. To second, that's one. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it. An inning in the books. No score here on the show. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Sale,
That's a ball.
more than 100 career wins on the mound, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to one challenge left. That one ripped, but foul. The 1-1. On the ground to the left. Dubon. The throw to first. And quickly one away in the second.
Batting fifth, second baseman Jeff.
You got to be
McNeil.
kidding me. Did you see that throw?
Not really, Boog. I mean, it happened in the blink of an eye, it seemed, but thankfully StatCast is here to help us out. I mean, you don't see many throws across the infield that get up into the 90s, so he really reached back for that one, and he had to get the out.
Jeff McNeil stands in. Ripped, but it curls foul. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball right side. He'll do it himself. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting sixth, shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Swings through that one for strike 2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Atlanta. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley.
Back to work, Luis Severino.
Hey!
And that
That's a
one
ball.
almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
In the air, right field. Butler under it. And there's one down.
Batting sixth, left fielder,
Mike Yastrzemski up here.
Yastrzemski.
There's a strike.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Swing and a ground ball. McNeil gets it to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Seven, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. A little bit high.
Nope, ball.
And that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Second inning here, no score. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We played 2 full, no score. Back at Truist Park, digging in, Lawrence Butler.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Ball.
The lefty ready, and a 1-1.
Ball.
That one is upstairs. And it's filled up. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's one down.
Batting eighth, third baseman, Max Muncy.
So up next, Max Muncy. First pitch swinging.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Here's the 0-2. In the air, right field. Brings it in. 2 down.
Batting ninth, center fielder, Denzel Clark.
Here's the center fielder, Denzel Clark. And that one wrapped foul. Not even close there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Out to short, Dubon on the run, sends it over to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the inning, now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II.
Michael Harris II.
Severino back to work. And that one moves his feet.
Hoo-yah! No, that missed. That's a ball.
The 2-1.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Next offering misses down and away. In the air to left center. Clark on the move. 1 down.
Batting ninth, the shortstop.
Here's Mauricio Dubon.
Yeah.
We call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Strike 2. Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd. Check swing at an 0-2. Appeal to first. He did not go around. 1-2 now. Got him. That's out number 2.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Swings through that one for strike 1. Out to short. Wilson. Throw is high and over his head. And oh no, it's out of play. Just a terrible throw there.
Shortstops have to make some pretty difficult throws across the field sometimes. Might have tried to put a little too much behind that one, but clearly he got under the throw, didn't stay on top, not a good release point, and it just took off on him.
Matt Olson up to the plate. Popped out to left his first time. Ball one there. The Braves with a chance to score first here in the last half of the third. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball two.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
2-0.
Yeehaw!
And a big swing and a miss. Runner at second, 2 down. Next one misses.
That missed. That's a ball.
And now it's 3-2. Got him swinging. That is the inning. So no runs, no hits, and 1 error, but they leave him stranded. 3 innings complete. We're tied 0-0. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Nick Kurtz.
He's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That misses the zone. Ball one. Swings through it for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. On the ground. And that's a fair ball. So digging in, Tyler Soderstrom. His first at bat was a strikeout. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. One away, tie game, go ahead run stands at first. Top half of inning number 4. Right through there for a strike. Step off, throw to first. Langoliers dives back in safely. The 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Go-ahead run on base. Brent Rooker getting ready to hit. 0 for 1 so far. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
The 1-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That one in for a strike. 2-2. Langoliers, the runner at first with 2 gone. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Ready to go, bottom 4. So here's the Braves' designated hitter, Jurickson Profar.
Here, what?
And the 0-2. That one missed. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. No throw. He's safe at first.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Baldwin stands in now and watches strike 1.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Go ahead run at first, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
1 out, man at first. Now the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Ball.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. Here's a 1-1. High fly ball, right field. Butler under it. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Braves.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Yastrzemski.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Slides for the stop. Over to first. And that's a great play for the out. 1 left for Atlanta. Through 4. Still tied. Zip, zip. All set for the start of the inning. And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil.
You know, these A's, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore.
That's down.
They've
That's a
got
ball.
players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Pretty close, but it was a ball. So that removes their last challenge. Ball to strike.
Ball.
Sale delivers. That one
Ball.
misses. 3 balls and a strike.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a high fly ball left field. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the A's, shortstop, Jacob Wilson.
Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Breaking ball in there for a strike. This one in the air, right field. And
Foul
it's
ball.
a foul ball. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. That's the second out.
Right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
And now, Lawrence Butler fly to left his first time. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game
Ball.
plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Chris Sale looking for that shutdown inning.
The
That's
only
a ball.
adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And he walked him.
Up next for the A's, third baseman, Max Muncy.
So up next, Max Muncy flied to right his first time. Lined into right. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Waste no time there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Next to hit, Denzel Clark. Grounded out his first time up.
Take one.
Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at bat.
That misses.
No, that's out.
And a count 1 and 2. Stays alive. One, 2 now. Outside with a breaking ball. The Athletics looking to strike first. And we're at the top of the 5th. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies.
You know, these Braves just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And a 1-1. Late with the swing there. And a swing and a miss. And one out now.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Now it's going to be Michael Harris II. This one in the air center field. Clark takes it in for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Braves, the shortstop,
Mauricio Dubon. Next up for the Braves. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Looked like it was a little bit up. Dubon, 31 years old, and he was born in Honduras.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Cut on and miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Atlanta, close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Stepping in, Nick Kurtz.
First baseman, Nick Kurtz.
Come on, Braves! Let's go, Braves!
And that one fouled off. One. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. That one way outside. Ball 1. And that just misses.
That's one you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looked to me like he's barking, that's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
2-2 now. Just
no,
missed.
that's low. Ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike.
Ball
but
4.
So many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. I mean, the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Go ahead run on base. Shea Langoliers now at the plate. 1 for 2. Misses again. 5 in a row.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
6 straight outside the strike zone. Swing and a foul out of play.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
The 2-1. Runner on the go. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Here's a 2-2. Got him working. Strikeout number 8.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
One out man at first. Next up for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. And ball 1. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Dylan Lee, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Suarez warming up as well. The A's with the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Fought off foul. The next offering misses. And the count now even up. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. As a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Brent Rooker up next for the A's.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation. You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game. Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either. Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
The 2-1. And there's the strike. That's ripped. Base hit. Lead runner around second. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Up next for the A's, second baseman.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Jeff McNeil, the next to hit.
No, that's inside.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Liner, and this could be trouble. 1 runs in. Runner around third. In to score from first, and they lead by 2.
Well, this game is tied no more. Big time swing of the bat to drive in 2. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That does it for Chris Sale as the lefty makes way. Good effort out of him, even though he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm on the bump after a quick break.
Now pitching.
Now on the bump, Yoel Payams.
34.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. Outside
That's a
low.
ball.
And that is ball one. Man on second, 2 down. That one finds the zone, and the count is 1-1. To the right side, Albies on to first. They limit the damage here, but they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double, and it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back at Truist Park. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Hurt.
Popped up. Langoliers under it. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to
swing, and this is ripped down the right field line. Way back there. Out of here. A solo shot. And they're on the board. It's 2-1.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
1 down. Jurickson Profar will hit next. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Fastball is outside. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. That one just misses. Now he breaks his bat. And he beats it. He's safe.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question.
One gone, runner at first. Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. This one in the air. Wilson gets there. He's under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Braves, third baseman, Austin.
Here's Austin Riley.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with the pickoff artist on the mound.
There's the strike. And that one clips the corner.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Just
No,
missing
that missed.
there. And the count is 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Profar off of first with 2 away. That misses the zone, and it's a full count.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
And he grounds one to the right side. Sends it to
Got him.
first. Out number 3. Long ball draws the Braves closer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back in Atlanta Truist Park, we go to the top of the 7th. Lawrence Butler getting ready to hit. And that
No,
misses.
that missed. That's a ball.
And it's 1-0.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
There's a swing and a drive. And
That's
a foul
foul.
ball. The 2-1. That one in there across the letters.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Max Muncy up next for the A's. Oh, he doesn't
Nope.
get the
Ball.
call. Ball 1. A's leading by a run here in the top half of inning number 7.
Hey!
Swing and a miss at a slider. Just
Ball
off the
outside.
outside edge. Towards first. Takes it himself. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Up next for the A's, center fielder Denzel Clark.
Now at the plate, Denzel Clark. Right through there for a strike.
No, that's down. Ball. Ball, that's low.
Two down, nobody on. And there's a
Ball.
ball. Nick Kurtz in the on-deck circle for the A's. And that's in for a strike. And the count's full.
3-1 count, saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get me over breaking ball to bring the count full.
And that'll do it. So they make short work of them there. 7th inning stretch time. It's the A's 2 and the Braves 1. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now in for the Braves, Mike Yastrzemski.
Yastrzemski.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The A's bullpen has some movement. Mark Leiter Jr., the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Sterner also throwing. Looking to get the tying run on base. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a pop-up. Muncy under it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Braves, second baseman.
And here comes Mark Kotsay as he's ready to make a change and go to the bullpen. Luis Severino departs, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching for the
Mark
A's,
Leiter Jr. will take over here. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
Come on, Ozzie.
There's the strike. 95 of that one. Pitch in the dirt, and 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Almost got him. The Athletics holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Up the middle. Throws to first in time. What a play.
Up next for the Braves, center fielder, Michael Harris.
Next to hit, Michael Harris the second.
Hee-haw!
Oh, 1 down. That's a base hit. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And next for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon. Curveball drops in there.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
Here's your 1. Out to short. Wilson. They get the first, and that's the inning. So a strong showing here from the A's bullpen. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the A's 2 and the Braves 1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Dylan Lee.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Nick Kurtz. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. That one drilled left field, carrying well. And that one hops the wall. Pulls into second. That's a double to start the 8th.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Shea Langoliers digs in now. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. One-run game. The A's looking for some insurance.
That's
moving
inside,
in the
ball.
bullpen. Aaron Bummer up and throwing. Suarez, the right-hander, loosening up as well. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Man at second. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second, Tyler Soderstrom, the next to hit.
Ball, outside.
The 1-0. And another ball.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike one.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Here's a 2-1. In the air, out towards left center. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the A's, the designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
And next is the designated hitter, Brent Rooker, 1 for 3. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. Now here is Jeff McNeil.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. That one close, ruled a ball. And now it's even 1-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Riley. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. 2 left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the A's 2 and the Braves 1. Bottom of the 8th. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Ronald Acuna Jr. can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. The throw is late, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first.
Pretty much gifted a leadoff base runner right there. And as an offense, this is where you really want to take advantage. Apply some pressure this inning. Make that error hurt.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. Braves going with a pinch runner. Eli White opting for a faster runner as they try to tie this thing up. Here's Matt Olson down.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Quick move to first. White back on a dive. And now the 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. The 1-2. On the ground, a second, might be two. There's one. And the home fans sit down following the twin killing. 2 away in the 8th.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Mark Leiter Jr. out of the game, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the A's.
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Justin Sterner.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Base is empty after the double play. Here's Profar now, known for his late inning heroics.
Ball.
The A's trying to hold a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Right through there for a strike. So now 1-2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Two down, nobody on. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty. Braves go down quickly here, and our score remains 2-1.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Braves.
It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Robert Suarez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Ball.
Activity in the bullpen. Ian Hamilton, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Wentz getting cranked up as well. In the air, right field. White on his way over. And there's one away.
Up next for the A's, right fielder Lawrence Butler.
Lawrence Butler now at the plate. He swings and fouls one off. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Suarez, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Here's a 1-2. Right through there, got him. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Foul ball. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. And there's a foul ball. The 0-2. And they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. miles per hour to finish him off. Nothing doing there for the A's. They lead it 2-1.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Athletics.
back, and here comes the closer, Hogan Harris.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Drake Baldwin getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one.
I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at bat.
1-run game, bottom 9. Late swing, foul to the left.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly what the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Drilled out towards left center field. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. And there's one down.
Up next for the Braves.
Austin Riley at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. And fouled off.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Going 2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. And it's off the top of the wall. Round second, digging for third. Relay throw, and he's out easily.
The triple is arguably the most exciting play in baseball, and the guys worked so hard to get around first, to get around second, and to get thrown out at third. Man, you just feel bad for him. On top of that, he was already in scoring position, so you think about how it kind of hurts the team as well.
Next to hit,
Ball
Mike
outside.
Yastrzemski. The Athletics trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Just
Ball.
missed.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Fastball is outside.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. One strike away. Up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. Throw to first, and that's the ball game. What a play to finish it.
What an exciting finish to this game. An amazing play right there. It's hard for the fans to go home. They want more. They're not ready to leave and head to their cars, but an outstanding job to keep entertaining all the way to the end.
And your final score here today, 2-1. The A's are victorious.